everybody, how's it going? Lord Josh here once again. I have something exciting to present to you, and it is my one-of-a-kind, beautiful, unique Lamat coat of arms. Now, many of you might be thinking, Lord Josh, why didn't you use your real name, your real last name, Allen, Lord Josh Allen? And it's quite hard to understand and relate to for a lot of people who are watching this, but I personally have this belief where I think you are born with a name, but you didn't earn it. Therefore, does that name really suit you when you grow older and you develop your own identity and personality? You're essentially given this name by default, but does it truly define who you are spiritually and mentally? And I don't think my name does. I'm a colorful person. I always live a colorful life. And the name Josh Allen to me is really mundane and boring. But out of respect for my parents, I'm not going to legally change it. But I want to develop the Lamat name and the Lamat Dynasty even further. So I created this Lamat coat of arms for the Lamat family. And that's what I feel spiritually connected to. Because over the years, I've had visions of seeing the Lamat star, astral projection, and it's always that name that I see when I'm in that alternate state of consciousness. It feels wonderful. And I don't see myself using the name of Allen. Even though I'm proud of that name, it's a great name. I just feel so much more relatable to the Lamat name. So let me decode for you some of these symbols on this coat of arms. Now, I want to see if you can guess. Now, the first one should be quite simple. If you've been paying attention to my previous videos, the ones from last year, where I've been decoding symbolism and talking about the Lamat star and the sextants, you can clearly see that is a golden sextant. And Captain Lamat from ODT Escape or Die Trying, a Psygnosis game from 1998, he is the main character and protagonist in that game. But there's a lot of synchronicities hidden within that image, and people don't seem to understand this. They say Lord Josh is known as the crazy guy on YouTube who worships a video game character. That's not true at all. That's a very watered down, simplistic explanation of what I actually do. It's really pathetic. What I do is I see things in reality. It's like a connect the dots process, where you see things and you have to put these puzzle pieces together to form the bigger picture. And if you look at Captain Lamat, the name Lamat means star in Yucatec Mayan, star. And a sextant is a navigational tool used to measure and decode the stars. It's a maritime instrument for sailing, basically. And Lamat uses one in the video game. Look at these screenshots from the game on my Facebook fan page. You'll see everything on there. So I had to have the sextant on my shield, my coat of arms. And you can see it's clearly done in gold with a red background. Now, gold is often the color of royalty, of wealth, of status, power. And red is the color of passion, fire, zest for life. All things that I feel deeply entwined with. So coming on to the next one now, you've got this golden lightning bolt, or this lightning strike. Now, what do you think that represents, viewers? Well, that represents my supremacy over nature, the natural environment, my control over the weather. As a weather practitioner, it's wonderful for me to be able to go out into my 7-star altar and manipulate the natural environment and see it unfolding before my very eyes. So that represents me as an occultist, as a spiritual worker and practitioner, having that supremacy. I think control is a bad word to use because I feel it's more of a partnership between man and nature. And that's what that represents for me. Plus, lightning, I feel, works well for my personality. I come in, I strike, I'm bright. And you don't see me for a while, but I always come back and I always strike again. So it's very, very appropriate for what I do. Now, coming down here, of course, you've got to get this one. This is the most obvious one on the entire shield. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Kong Ming fan. As you can see, my beautiful Kong Ming fan right here. Spectacular, I love it. This is the two-pronged, two-forked design. It's got a philosophy to it, but I'll let you figure that out. I don't like to reveal too much. So I thought I'd have that right there on the shield. It's got the yin and yang. And that basically, even though I'm a lamatologist through and through, it's in my DNA, it's in my blood, I feel a huge connection to the one and only Zhuge Kong Ming. I feel so compelled to learn from him and study him, and he to me is a bit of an idol and a huge inspiration. I'm motivated by his genius to better myself. So that right there is a tribute to him, my master Zhuge Liang. And there you can see, right at the end of the shield, is the eagle. Now, what does an eagle represent? You're not going to be able to see this on the camera, I don't think, but the eagle is actually several eagles on this very throne. I like this story. It's really good, isn't it? It's beautiful. And the eagle is representation of power, authority, dominance, imperialism, and just generally going through life and powering your way through. And I like to do that in my life. So the eagle is there. It's not so obvious to a lot of my long-time viewers who may say, what is that? I've never seen that before. This throne has about 3 or 4 eagles on it. So it works perfectly. And of course, the throne itself is a symbol of wealth and status. Let's not try to belittle people or ridicule those who are trying all the time to better themselves. It's not a sign of arrogance. It's an indication that you are constantly desiring more out of your life. Do not be dissuaded by that. If you're one of those people, you're ambitious, you've got aspirations, never ever for a second allow anybody to tell you that you shouldn't pursue those goals. Go for it in a blazing trail. Do it. It'll be great for you. And trust me, I know what I'm talking about. And then you've got the 2 flags and the centerpiece as well, conveying the 4 directions. Everything 4. And I've already gone into that in previous videos, so check that out. And you've got the crown, once again, for royalty. And my mission statement, my motto, conform to no man. Because I never conform to anybody or anything. And that's what I'm known for. And that's what I absolutely love it. People think that when I turn this camera off, that I'm normal. Oh, you got another thing coming. I'm wild in my own mind. Every step of the way, throughout my whole life, or the past 10 years, I've refused every step of the freaking way to never conform to anything. And it's so appropriate to have that mission statement, that motto on my shield. It means the world to me. And then, of course, there are 2 people standing either side of the shield. And do they really need any kind of explanation? I think you know who they are. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Oh, and by the way, if you've got a family crest or a coat of arms, let me see it. Explain it to me in the comments. Impress me. If you know the symbols and all of the little drawings on your crest, oh, that'll really, really impress me, because I love to learn about things like that. I am a traditionalist at heart. So thank you for watching, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you soon.